Good afternoon, my name is Brett, and today I'm going to be discussing 3 lessons that life has taught me. In my experience, the most important lessons are usually the most unpleasant. We as human beings are resistant. We're programmed to be that way. But growth requires change, so we must be willing to endure the discomfort in order to learn life's lessons. 3 of the most unpleasant life lessons for me have been to be of service, practice moderation, and commune with nature. I'm going to start with the one I learned most recently because I want to immediately make the point that our personal value systems should never stop evolving, and that is being of service. There was a point in my life where I thought I'd found balance, but I had free time to spare. My grandmother had volunteered for the American Cancer Society, and I thought doing the same was a good way to honor her and help my community. When the alarm went off at 6 a.m. that first morning, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I don't even know these people. But I showed up. And I continued to show up day after day, and I discovered something amazing. I wasn't just there for them. We were there to support each other. My gratitude expanded, my heart grew, and the relationships in the rest of my life were greatly improved. Now, I needed the piece of this next lesson in order to be of service, and that's practicing moderation in my life. Now, I do mean this in the most basic terms, such as not eating or drinking too much, but I also mean not looking for solutions in the black and white. I've had very black and white thinking for most of my life. If A happens, or if I do A, B will happen. It's a very concrete way of thinking and usually inaccurate. It was as simple as having a conversation with a friend about a breakup. I didn't know what to do. I was very emotional when he asked me a question. What's the gray? I thought to myself, what's the gray? He said, there is a spectrum of choices you can make in any given situation that range from black to white. What's the gray here? The gray is good enough. It's being able to gauge what is good enough, your best in any given situation, and honoring that, and knowing that it won't always be the same, and being okay. I still use the gray analogy to this day when making any choice in my life. That brings me to the final lesson, which is communing with nature. I was lucky enough to be dropped into the Sierras twice a year for 2 weeks at a time when I was a kid, told to fend for myself and take care of my classmates, and I dreaded every second of it. It was uncomfortable physically and emotionally, but I wanted what our leaders had, and that was a sense of calm and peace. It wasn't until much later in life that I realized what was happening with them when I started camping on my own. It was an awakening of the senses, a focus and a rest that prepared me for the jumble of modern life and returning to it. I'm very lucky I was given this opportunity at such a young age, but I've seen it work in smaller increments, not this extreme. In conclusion, the theme of my 3 lessons are clearly peace of mind. Through service, I was able to amplify my gratitude and improve relationships. Through practicing moderation, I was able to reduce stress by knowing what is good enough and being okay with that. And through communing with nature, I was able to sharpen and give a break to my senses to refresh myself in order to return to the modern world. Don't we all want contentment in our lives? The icing on this cake is that the means to the end can be a powerful force in the world. Thank you.